my channel, I have a massive overseas following, and a lot of people in the UK reach out to me. Now, I am not, definitely not endorsing GMB, right? This union that Uber's in bed with, right? I myself, I'll make it crystal clear here, UK drivers who I endorse, and it's the ADCU only. Why? Because it's run by drivers. They have thousands and thousands of members, and they are fighters. They are the ones that took the battle to the Supreme Court and brought the victory. These guys here, here's where I smell a rat, and I've spoken to a lot of insiders, right? That these guys are in bed with Uber in the UK. So I would not trust that for one single minute, right? So GMB, what type of money are you receiving from Uber to create this little cozy bed that you snuggle up together in bed with at night? The agreement allows union access to drivers' hubs for help and support, but deal does not include riders with Uber Eats service. You got to question this alliance, GMB and Uber, because it's definitely not run exclusively by drivers, right? You got to read between the lines, UK drivers, who you can trust, who you cannot trust, right? I've done my research. I have spoken to these individuals, and I put my full weight behind the ADCU and the ADCU only in the UK. So Uber is to recognize the GMB trade union in the UK for its private hire drivers, marking the first deal between a union and a gig company ride-hailing service. Under the recognition deal, the GMB will have access to drivers' meeting hubs to help and support them. It will also be able to represent drivers if they lose access to the Uber app, and it will meet quarterly with management to discuss driver issues and concerns. Drivers will not become members automatically, but will be able to sign up to take part in collective bargaining. Really? So the drivers will not become members, but they will become part of collective bargaining. Who decides that? GMB and Uber together? Really? You guys decide together how drivers are treated? Interesting. Very, very interesting, GMB. So Uber has signed the deal 2 months after agreeing to guarantee its 70,000 UK drivers a minimum hourly wage. Uber only signs deals with unions and other companies if it's good for them, right? What you have to join is an outside independent union by drivers only that has no ties, no alliances, and doesn't take money from Uber. Listen to me carefully, right? And I know for a fact that the ADCU filed their lawsuit in 2015, and they have been fighting ever since. And they're not in bed. They're not in any queen bed or king bed with Uber, sharing blankets and silky sheets. No. They're not sharing pillows or anything. They are independent, right? So I want UK drivers to pay a little bit of attention before they just run out and start buying into all this GMB nonsense. The union recognition agreement, like the pay deal, and the same here in the United States, right? There's a lot of unions or a lot of alliances that I do not endorse. Why? Because I know, right, that they sleep over, that they share the bed with these gig companies. You need true independent fighters that separate themselves out and put extreme pressure on these companies, right? It's happening right now with the actors and the entertainment industry, right? They're not in bed together. They fighting independently, and they fighting these big entertainment companies like Hulu, Netflix, Fox, etc. for better pay, better conditions, right? They don't do any cozy little backroom deals. So I question this a lot, right? And I'm more than welcome the GNB to appear on my show and prove otherwise, because I'm going to ask you one question and one question only. Have you ever accepted money or help from Uber in the past? That's it. And you better be honest. So the union recognition agreement, like the pay deal, does not apply to delivery riders for Uber Eats food service, which works with about 30,000 couriers. Among the issues likely to be taken up by the GMB is that Uber's new pay scheme ignores the Supreme Court ruling that drivers work. The Supreme Court ruling, ladies and gentlemen, was won and brought by one of the ADCU members, if I am not mistaken. I believe it was Yassin Aslam. I believe it was him, right? So all you're doing is you piggybacking, right? Trying to get some claim to fame